Hey everyone, it's Alex with LoverFighterWriter, and in this video we're going to look at how to use Nichesss and Closers Copy together. Now, Closers Copy is a kind of an all-in-one tool for copywriting. It's a word processor. It has a library of copy that you can draw upon, and it also has a built-in AI copywriter. And Nichesss, on the other hand, is just an AI copywriter, but it's probably a little bit more powerful than Closers Copy is, and it definitely has a wider variety of tools than Closers Copy does. So right now I'm looking at the Nichesss dashboard, and then in this tab I have a document opened up with Closers Copy. And so one of the reasons that these two pieces of software work so well together is that Nichesss does not have a text editor right now. Basically, you generate content with it, and then you can just copy that content and use it somewhere else. But with Closers Copy, it has this really nice text editor built into it. And so you can use this to compile and edit and write your content. And you can also use its built-in AI frameworks, and you can use its database of templates, and you can use its other tools for getting insights to the emotional content, the sentence structure, keyword content, and how spammy it sounds, which is going to be useful for this particular tutorial, because in this tutorial I'm going to show how to use Nichesss and Closers Copy, how to use them together in order to write an email. So I've been working on a sequence of emails for selling chatbot services. LoverFighterWriter is a digital marketing agency, which I own, and I'm looking at starting to offer chatbot services to get new clients in the door. And so I've written the first two emails, and this is the third email, which will be about when not to use a chatbot. So the first two are completely pro chatbot, and this one is also going to be pro chatbot, but it's kind of a good, I think it's a good headline or a good title for the email to kind of hook people. And it's going to be about kind of the one situation where it's not good to use a chatbot, which is of course when you have no traffic. Obviously chatbots can do a lot to increase conversions, but if you're not getting any traffic, then it's not really, you need to find a way to get traffic first. If you're not getting any traffic, there's no point in having a chatbot and putting a bunch of time into working on, writing a chatbot sequence or programming a chatbot or however you're making it. There's no point in doing that if you're not getting any traffic to your website or your Facebook page or wherever your chatbot is living. So that's what this email is going to be about. And now let's get started. I'm going to kind of show you my process for using these two tools together. So the first thing I like to do is I start with the title. And if I wanted to, I kind of came up with this one myself, but Nichesss actually has a really great email title generator, email subject generator. So LoverFighterWriter, the type of business that I have, chatbot marketing, what your business does, chatbot services, and the email is going to be about when not to use a chatbot. So I put in my title as what the email is going to be about, but maybe it'll give me a subject line that I like even better, or that I want to work with. So let's see what it came up with. Chatbot might not be right for your business, but here's when to use one. When not to use a chatbot. When not to use a chatbot. 5 questions to ask before you use a chatbot. So this one is interesting. I might use that in a future email, but I think I'm just going to stick with this. Nichesss generated it twice on top of the fact that it was my original entry. So I'm just going to stick with that. Anyways, that's the email title tool. And then from here, I can actually access all the other email tools. So if I want to use a different one, which I am going to do, I'm going to start with the subject and body. And there we go. Just generate that. So I just wanted to kind of show you how I might get a title if I didn't already have one with Nichesss. But then once I have a title, I actually like to start in Closers Copy, and I like to take a look in the databases and see if there is any templates that are a good starting point for what I want to do. So we already have the subject line, cart abandoned, story welcome, free training. So I'm not seeing anything that looks like it is really appropriate. So I'm just gonna go back, or no, I want to close this, and I'm going to start off with a framework. And when I use these tools, I actually, a lot of the time, I like to start with a copywriting framework, because most of the time I'm writing stuff that's conversion optimized. It's like I'm writing ads, or I'm writing emails, or I'm writing, sometimes web content, but usually I write web content myself. Or if I do use this, then if I do use the AI, then I will edit it significantly. But I really do like to, especially for emails, start off with using a framework. So I think Closers Copy does this pretty well. We'll start with PAS. That's my favorite framework. And here we go. Audience is business owners. Product description is chatbot services. Let's see what it writes for us. And while it's doing that, we can come back to Nichesss and refresh. And here we have emails, subject and body, newsletter. 3 ways to ruin your chatbot's day. Try to build a chatbot and expect magic. Chatbots are tools that help you reach your goals. They are not and cannot be the silver bullet to save your business. Don't make a chatbot with a team that doesn't know the importance of chatbots. Don't make a chatbot that doesn't understand your customers. How to avoid a conversation with a chatbot. 4 times when chatbots fall flat. Chatbots aren't magic. We can't solve every customer need. Here are 4 examples of when chatbots fall flat. 4 times when chatbots fall flat. Chatbots are funny. If you're trying to sell someone something, they're not. 1, chatbots don't get your personality. Sometimes you don't want to talk to a chatbot. All right, let's just regenerate. Generate more, and come back here. Running an online business can be a lonely battle at times. I help solopreneurs and small businesses step out of isolation and into their groove. I can help you with all-around online business development, but I get particularly charged up when it comes to chatbot services. So much more than just customer service. They are learning machines that understand human language and respond with human language, making more effective engagement for your clients. This is interesting. I think I will keep some of it. So I'm just going to delete this. It's kind of weird, but chatbots are what the clients of the future want, and many business owners are still caught up in the dark ages thinking that their client base is a stable, static thing. They are not. Chatbot is a fairly simple software program that runs when idle. Okay, I don't need that. Running an online business can be lonely at times. Yeah, I think I was going to keep that, but I'm going to move it down. So I want something above that. Let's see what Nichesss gave us. When not to use a chatbot. I bet you've heard about chatbots by now. You may be wondering, can my business benefit from a chatbot? The answer is, it depends. I'm going to take some of this. I asked a few industry experts to share there. I'm just going to take this part actually, for now. Talked a lot about chatbots in the past couple emails. At this point, now that makes sense. You may be wondering, can my business benefit from a chatbot? The answer is, it depends. Running an online business can be a lonely battle at times. I don't know why you would, yes, it can be a lonely battle, but that's not really the pain point that I want to aim for right now. Running an online business can be an uphill battle at times. I help solopreneurs, and I'm going to change this so that it makes a metaphor, or so that it runs with the metaphor of the uphill battle. I help solopreneurs and small businesses step out of isolation and reach the peak of their climb. I can help you with all-around business development, but I get particularly charged up when it comes to chatbot services. Clients the future want. Okay, what else did we have here? We also included some helpful tips for when not to use a chatbot. Chatbots are becoming increasingly common, but they're not right for every business. Here's a list of things to consider before you invest in one. I think if I change this just a little bit, it's going to give me what I want. So I'm going to say, what is a reason not to use a chatbot? Sometimes, it doesn't always work, but sometimes if you actually ask the AI, like kind of more directly for what you want, it'll give it to you. I'll refresh that. Chatbots can be very effective for businesses, but not for every business. If you can answer yes to each of the following questions, then a chatbot can be a powerful tool to amplify business. Are you trying to use? I don't agree with that. Perhaps you are not quite ready to use a chatbot on your website because you don't know yet what it will do for your business, or maybe you are looking for a cheaper solution. Here are a few reasons why you should consider using it now. How to get more customers using chatbots. Don't use a chatbot in your marketing. If you're thinking about it, you need to know this. Chatbots are not the new black. Okay? Maybe if I give it the reason. I should probably give it the reason. So, don't use a chatbot until you have reliable traffic. Riddle me this, Nichesss. Don't use a chatbot until you have reliable traffic. The best chatbot in the world is useless if you can't get people in the door. While you can hire a cheap PR firm to generate traffic for you, you're better off hiring an all-star content writer who can create a blog that will know. No, blogging is not the big thing this year. Just getting a single 100-word blog post published on a niche site in your industry is worth the entire cost of LoverFighterWriter's chatbot software. That's definitely not what I want to say. Okay, so I can combine two of these and I'll get something pretty good. So this is good. Let's start with this. You're better off hiring full-service marketing agency that understands your needs. Okay. When people ask me if chatbot is right for their business, I always ask the same question. Do you have traffic? If you don't have enough targeted visitors to your website, I'm just going to say website, then you should focus on building your audience first. Or we'll put in website or Facebook page because we're kind of specifically talking about Facebook chatbots. If you don't have enough targeted visitors to your website or Facebook page, then you should focus on building your audience first. You want to make sure you have enough people coming to your site. I don't need that, that's redundant. Running an online business can be an uphill battle at times. I help solopreneurs and small businesses step out of isolation and reach the peak of their climb. I can help you with all-around online business development. I can help you get the traffic you need in order to make the most of my chatbot services. Chatbots are what the clients of the future want, and many business owners are still caught in the dark ages thinking that their client base is a stable, static thing. That's kind of redundant. Email me if you want to get started with a free month of chatbot services. See what happens with that. If you own an online business, you should definitely be aware of what they are and how they can help your company. Actually, that's nice. you own an online business, you should definitely be aware of how chatbots work. And I think I saw something that'll work for the end up here. If you would like to learn more, schedule a call using my calendar link, and I'll walk you through it. If we both feel like it'd be a good fit to work together, I'll offer you a free month of chatbot marketing services so you can test the theory risk-free. Looking forward to hearing from you. Reply to this email if you have any questions. Take care. Alex. All right. So there we go. We have an email that was written, I mean, like 80% of it, I'd say, was written by AI. And the rest was just kind of edited and rewritten and added to by me. And let's do a little quick test on it here. So we'll go to Insights and Emotions. What emotions are we bringing out with this text? Copy has a neutral sentiment. That's not fantastic. But it is scoring very high for trustful and exciting. Fearful is not necessarily a bad thing, and I mean, negative emotions can be used properly. So overall, I would say this is not bad. It could potentially be improved a little bit, but the fact that it's scoring high for trustful and exciting, I think is means it's probably good. And see what the sentences analyzer says. We have some long sentences for sure. So that could be cleaned up a bit. So I mean, I could clean that up. That's actually something I've noticed about AI, is that it tends to write fairly long sentences. And I probably didn't do much better myself. What's this one going to give me? Oh yeah, it's just giving me the keyword density. That doesn't matter so much for this because it's an email. And anyway, so that's how you use the insights. You can also test it for spam. This is just in beta. Maybe spam. That's not so good. So that means I probably do want to improve it. So I'll have to do some editing on this one before I put it in the email sequence. Now I just need to go through it, do some touch-ups. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.